How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast. My name is Henry, and I'm so thankful to have each and every one of you here today because in this episode, we're going to talk about how to achieve or go anywhere in life with a positive experience. But before we get started, we'll take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So pick a word. It could be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, you're going to say this word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. We're going to take another deep breath. This one's about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive space. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. So this thing that we call life is an experience. Whether you think there's experience before it started or experience after, it doesn't matter. Right now is something that you're experiencing. If you want to achieve something, if you want to create an experience worth being excited about, first step is creating a destination. Now, the beauty of having a destination is it doesn't have to be your forever destination, but it's your go-to of where you're trying to go from today. It could be a financial one. It could be a health one. It could be a status one. It could be an experience one. You want to go places. You want to do things. You want to achieve things. Whatever it is, when you set a destination, you can control how the experience goes. You see, the world is not as it is as you are. That means the experience is not as it is as you are. You're going to go through difficult times. You're going to fail. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to go into friction, hurt, pain. All of those things are guaranteed in this experience. But your perception of them is up to you. So when you have a destination, when you know where you're going, the only thing you have to focus on is the mindset or the frequency that you're setting your mind on, what that is during that trip, during that journey of experience that you're having. So when you do your 5-year plan, 10-year plan, whatever it is, when you create that perfect day that you want to achieve, that experience, that goal of what you want, then you're working towards it every single day. What you have to manage is your perception of now as you go there. You see, it's never the thing that truly matters. It's your reaction to the thing that matters. I don't want to be around people that never have hard times or never go through difficulties or never have setbacks, failures. I just don't want to be around people that when that happens, they then make it even bigger. They become what it is that they're experiencing versus becoming more than the experience. If a failure happens, I'm a failure. I'm down. A setback happens, I'm not moving forward. A loss happens, I'm always losing. Pain happens, I'm always causing pain. That person is difficult to be around because we all go through tough times. But if you go through tough times and are around the magnification of the energy, it will drain you, or you'll have to align with that way of thinking. The frequencies cannot exist together. You cannot tune into 2 radio stations with 1 dial. If someone around you is going to react negatively, if you want to be around that person, your only choice is to react the same way. So if you came up in an environment where your parents were abusive, your family was abusive, the school was like whatever the situation is, when that frequency of what you came up in, the only way to exist in it is to mimic it. And when you're a child, that's all you can do. Because whenever you go out of that, you're going to be the outlier, and the resistance is going to be felt both ways. You'll feel the resistance, and your caretakers, your support, will also feel the resistance. So they're going to make you think that you're wrong for the way you're thinking. The world is going to convince you that you are the different one in the way you're thinking, and that they are normal, and you need to think like them. That's what happens. The most powerful thing you can do is always control how you react. It doesn't mean there's not lessons to learn. It doesn't mean you can't improve. It doesn't mean you can't come back as the fuller version of yourself the next time. It just means when the thing happens, be what it is that you want to be. React in the way of your higher self. When the bad thing happens and now you don't get the result, or this thing happened, that's okay. I'm learning from this. Imagine that you're with somebody and a difficult situation happens. It's a loss. There's no positive about it. But yet somehow they find a way that they're going to shine light in that darkness. I would go through 10 wars with that person because they're going to be shining light every single day. Versus you can go with the person where everything's perfect, yet they're going to find the darkness in every situation. You see, it's never the thing, it's your reaction to the thing. It's never the event, it's your experience, your perception of the event. And it's all controllable. So you're not wrong for how you've been. You're growing. But reflect on it. Now, you know what? I should be light when there's darkness. That's the whole reason I'm here. A flashlight during the daytime is not very valuable. So if your life is full of darkness, hard things, friction, trauma, loss, you're right where you can be the best light that ever existed. When you're in the darkness, you're right where you need to be the best light that ever existed. When you're in the brightest day, the sun, every light's on, everything's perfect, and you're trying to shine your light, you're useless. You have no value. You have no meaning in that experience. You don't need life to get easier. You don't need events to work out in your favor. You just need to learn how to react and perceive and observe as your true source is, your true self is, which is the highest form of love. The highest form of forgiveness, the highest form of joy. That doesn't mean you're feeling those things all the time, but you're reacting, you're setting your mind always at that level. And it's work. You have steps to get there, and everyone's steps are different. Some people have to go for a run. Some people have to meditate. Some people just have to think really hard. Some people need to do push-ups. Some people need to pull up. Some people need to sing a song. Whatever process you do that changes your frequency is good for you, and you should follow it. But don't speak, don't act out of alignment with who you want to be. Don't do it in what the actual situation is, because then you are the situation. And guess what you'll find more of? That situation. The law of attraction says like is like. So if a bad situation happens and you react with the same energy, you are that situation. You are that alignment. You're not good or bad, because everything just is what it is. A frequency is not bad. It's just a frequency. A vibration is not bad. It's just a vibration. But you get to choose the experience that you have. You get to choose what you dial into. The choice isn't fair. It's not the same choice. Everybody that takes a step forward has different lengths of legs. So the step they take is differently, but that doesn't mean if you have shorter legs, you can't go further than someone with long legs. You're just going to have to take more steps, but it's a choice. You can choose to take more steps than that person. You can choose to move farther than that person. You can choose to do it anyway. You can choose to react positively anyway. You can choose to react with love anyway. Even if you don't feel it, you can still react that way. You can still say the good things. You can still act the things, because it's not about feeling. It's about being. If you're thinking and moving in alignment with a certain something, that's what you are. You may not feel it, but that's what you are. If you do it consistently enough, that feeling will catch up. What's even more importantly, if you do it enough, you'll no longer even look for the feeling. You always will put purpose over pleasure. You see, the feeling gives you pleasure. Purpose is not correlated. When you wake up with, I'm supposed to be light. I'm supposed to be the brightness. I'm supposed to be the healing. I'm supposed to be the joy. In fact, that's my gift. I was meant to go through these hard things because I'm so powerful. I was meant to be in the darkness of dark because I'm so bright. And God wanted me to shine. That's why I'm here. It's never the thing. It's not the dark room that defines you. It's the light that you emit when you turn on. It's the power within you when you're with that adversity. So when you reflect and you think back and you're like, maybe I haven't reacted the way that I should. Maybe it was more me than the external. And that doesn't mean that what you've been victimized with or what you have had happen to you didn't happen. Of course, there's terrible things that happen to you. If you get kidnapped and someone slices off your hand, it wasn't because you were thinking the wrong way. It's just because this life of experience have random things that happen, but you still have the choice on how you react. Who you become after that is still up to you. So you could be the person that defines you, and so you're the victim forever, and that event owns you for the rest of your life, or you become the person that shines so bright people can't understand. There's people that have a hard time being around you because they have no reason to be sad, yet you've gone through something difficult, but you choose joy every single time. And so if they are around you, they have to reflect on it's them and not the external thing. You become the positive light for change. It's always your reaction. So if you look back and you realize, man, I haven't reacted how I wanted to. I've copied, I've mirrored what I was experiencing. I've mirrored what my parents were. I've mirrored what my schooling, what my religion, what my experience. I've just become the mirror. It's okay. Because it's always now. It's never not now. The past is the past. It only exists in here. You see, if some things have happened that only you know about, as soon as you're gone, it's non-existent. So if you keep putting your thoughts and you keep paying attention to those thoughts of what you were or what you've been or how you react a certain way, then you're the only one making that your existence today, because there's only ever now. And I promise you, most people are struggling with their own stuff so much that they can barely perceive anything outside of them. Just like you aren't perceiving everything outside of you. So there's only ever now. So make it the best now you can. Times are going to be hard. Make it great anyway. If you're going to go to a destination and you're doing the work and you're going to go there, make it a positive experience anyway. Hard things happen in that trip. Setbacks happen in that trip. All of it. You still get to choose every single day. It is only ever now. It's never not now. So choose to be the highest form of you now. It's not about making it up to the people that you've been around. It's not about changing people's minds. It's your experience. And it's up to you to come to belief. Belief comes when you show up every single day and you realize it doesn't matter what's going to happen. I'm going to choose positive thoughts. It doesn't matter what's going to happen. I'm going to eat the healthiest food for me. It doesn't matter what's going to happen. I'm going to speak in love and light. It doesn't matter what's going to happen. I'm still going to do my podcast. It doesn't matter what's going to happen. I'm still going to show up for work. It doesn't matter what's going to happen. I'm still going to show up for my kids. When you become that person, you know who you are. You know that you are you, separate from the world. Separate from the experience. So trust yourself and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a different perspective on whatever it is that you're going through. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you found this impactful and you want to share it with somebody, it would mean the absolute world to me. It would be amazing if every single person that listened to shared this with one person and doubled the reach, and it was impactful to you. It may be impactful to them. I would be eternally grateful, and we could all grow together. Well, again, thank you so much. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.